Yeah, nothing too difficult, just occasionally they move around, so he's moved around a couple of times, but if you've got enough on your team, he'll move them around and switch left and right, but like most challenges, it's a buff up challenge, just buff them up until you've got enough damage to do a job. I'm going to be doing it because I got more than enough DPS at 497 as I was just before, so I am going to move on to the next challenge, which is this one right here. So we're going to show you what Frankie is first, but what I'm going to be doing before as I show you is Swoon gets 600 with only Frankie and his fans. So it's only Frankie and females. And it's on the Fire Phoenix. So it's not too bad to 600. It's simple. It's a rather simple challenge. I like it. I can easily get done. Nice. What is up, guys? This is your boy Waterboy981 here, and we're back with the Merci Mix Up as I promised from that opening collection, and you know everything else about making if you watched it. Anyway, the last video, you can find it. But it's now the Merci Mix Up, and therefore it's a tier 3, and I already have it unlocked because I got to 900, so tier 4 really unlocked. Here is the first thing I'll unlock for tier 3 is Frankie the Demon Crooner. He takes a slot in formation somewhere here. He takes 2 of these slots if the DP is disabled, and he moves every 50 areas around the entire map to 500. That doesn't sound too bad, but we'll find out how annoying it is. Around 2 slots around us. At the moment there, move closer, it's probably going to knock out any of the other abilities as always. It's going to get really stupid in a minute. As always, but that's fine. You see, the guys that have clicks, the 2 that can't work. So I have to work it around and probably do a bit of a rejig here and there. As always, I'll show what a rejig I can do and what I can't do. Just after, like, I guess maybe 110 or maybe more. We'll find out when the game starts to slow me down. And we're done. Pretty alright. I mean, only having female and Frankie, but I'm not using Frankie at the moment because I'm trying to buff him up to get a bit extra points. But first, I should probably see if I can give him the actual back, because I'm supposed to be doing that for you, and he is an hour away. I will show you the moment I can, because I'm an idiot. Anyway, we have this next objective, which is not as soon as what I'm doing now. 3's a crowd. I believe you can only have each Crusader reduce the DPS of adjacent Crusaders. So they want me to split them up, and that would work. In an interesting way, I'll show you what it looks like straight after this.
What happens good. And noting the male female. But what does it do? I will show you what it looks like as I get to it.
Anyway, I'm here now at this new one, Glove Sickness, and it's exactly as we expected. As you go on, every 15 seconds they add it, which deactivates the abilities and whatnot. So it's a case of getting in and moving out. It's nothing too bad as long as you can keep spawning in within 15 seconds, and hopefully the right Crusaders do not get Love Sickness. Because if it starts to happen, it just gets a bit too over the top. So my best bet will be usually just to buff up like no tomorrow, and hopefully that is enough damage I can survive. I'm gonna see how good we can get with this. I am done for this one, which is, again, it's not nothing too difficult. You just have to keep pushing through as fast as you can, as I did, and get the buffs and everything else working. As long as you can do it fast enough that you can get enough, if you do get your double ups to be taken, you have a quick soon enough DPS to do the rest of the job. It's kind of make the job. The last and final one is matchmaker. Get a 750 while your Crusaders appeared off. Is 1 minute spot. It's the matchmaker, and all Crusaders have their DPS reduced to 0 every 15 seconds. A male and female will be appearing, and they'll have the DPS restored for 15 seconds. To me, that sounds like I'm going to have a buff going on. So, my first try is going to be this. I'm going to have my werewolf, and I'm going to have her. And I'm going to put him there, and her there, and I mean get them off, because as much as I can say, it's every 15 seconds randomly, eh? But if they're still on, in theory, that should stay connected. Yeah. It's the case I'm gonna keep dragging them off, because I'm gonna run and do it. It's gonna be difficult to do because he will always get picked up. I believe I got enough DPS that I could do it with him anyway, and I'll find that out if I've hit a brick wall. So this one was a little bit more difficult just because there are only 2 people. I managed to get into the end, as you can see right now, only just because I have done that. Now, it's a ridiculous top of the tower amount just because the usual answer of how that one works. You got the copier to get the double speed of the buff, or to buff itself backwards and forwards, so it kind of works. The 2 so that they don't lose the debuff of the not being available. And you also get the usual buff you get from Talia, which is the Storm Rider. Now, after you do that a couple of times, you can do it for a long time until you try and get to a certain level. We're done. And use the Frosty the Snowman. And once you buff it on there, one of her abilities is this here for the legendary, which is what I've got because I've been told. I found out about it and I'm gonna run with it. So not only with the top part, which increases the snow fight ability, which was a one that does more damage for how many supernaturals there were. It also does this. Increase the effect of the Storm Rider by 12.8%, 12.8%, and increases the cooldown by 6,400, which means it takes 8 days to count down. But with that case of it is a giant buff up from I only did 4 times 350, did it by 12 times. So yeah, 7,100, 350 set up, and then the goal was because of Talia's gold find, and I also did some extra buff just to push to the end because as you can see 754, even with that big buff, and the other 1, 2, 3 running, and the extra buff for the if you haven't clicked a monster in the last 30 seconds, that's a one in the rushing and the money. Yeah, no, you can't do it unless you've already got a big enough plan of what you want to do. So I can probably keep pushing forward now if I keep doing this and see how far I could take this to the end if I really wanted to. And I probably will. But we have technically done it now, and I like that. Yes guys, it is done. Tier 3 of the Merci Mix Up is done. 1 or 2 of the achievements we might have missed, I believe. No, we got them all apart from the equipping him, because we haven't actually equipped it yet, because I haven't yet to do the opening of yet for this event. But I will. So you got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. There's Frankie. There you go. Crane, stacks. The last one, of course, with each one would be equipping it, and that one will appear anyway once you get the build up after you get the gear from the back. Here we are. Now that we're done, I'm going to quickly get you. Well, it's not marked done, but I'm going to get done afterwards. Anyway, here's what the guy has, because I forgot to explain. He has 10% increase of DPS, and there's nothing worsening vocal cramps because of course warm up. Crooner, blue eye whining. For every time a monster dies, increase the DPS standing next to him for 20% for 5 seconds. It stacks up to 5 times, it's not too bad. Then also, the times 4 ability, which can happen if you stack him. Just increases the maximum stacks of Crooner by 5 for each Crusader next to him. So if you stand him next in the middle, like, I don't know, put him, middle somewhere, you can get 15 stacks. There's 5 for every spin, so in theory, if you want 15 stacks, just need to do that one. Well, move bubbles, because I want to still get bubble increase. Move the Crooner, because the Crooner, these could be stacks there. Also, increasing extra, these 30 stacks can happen. Crooner also applies to 2 slots away. So there you go, so you can put them in the middle, in theory, and it might even buff it up more, and then of course, increases the Crusaders to do that. Have I done it? No, because then you have 35 seconds for 4 minutes straight. Now to do that, that encourages the putting them in the middle more, because I'm missing by 5. So if I do that last minute rejig is this, put him in the middle, he currently now has the 30, because it says for each Crusader next to him, it can stack up 35 for farming, because it's going to happen, as seen there. Even though it does increase DPS next to him and Crusaders 2 seconds away for 20 for 5 seconds, stacks up to 35 times, and you have to get to 35. Look what it means. Every 20 means it's only done 10 times. You get the gist, you have to buff that up and just wait. And that's fine. Apart from that, this event will be done because this ended the video. Nice guys, we did it! Woo! And apart from the gear, as always, that's gonna be in an opening, so I'll see you in the openings. We did it guys, yes, we did the video. It took a little while longer than I expected, but I'm happy to say we have finally done it.